you need tonight. A little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet Gravy and Carmen Kirk, check them out as they go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. This is Angelo, and I hope you like this show. Wow. Yeah.
Ooh, Carmen, welcome back to another episode of Sweet Gravy. One pen today.
Mm-hmm.
One pen.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. I like it. I like the one pen business.
Why, you don't like the 5 pens sitting on the table?
No. 5 pens, too many pens.
It's so funny. When I worked at the hotel in Portland,
Mm-hmm.
they would do locker inspections.
Mm-hmm.
And so they do these locker inspections like maybe every 4 months or something like that, 3 times a year. And they would make sure you're not like hoarding stuff and like doing stuff. They want to make sure they're not getting bugs because of the stuff in your locker. It's like multiple reasons why they do locker inspections, but one of the biggest reasons were because everybody hoarded the pens.
Mm-hmm.
So they would do a locker inspection and see like the hotel's pens.
Corey got 7 pens in there.
Corey got 300 pens in there. They're like, you can't have this many pens.
Yeah.
Like, we spending money on pens.
For?
Like, we looking at the money we spending on supplies. Why are we spending thousands of dollars a year on pens? Where are they going? In the lockers?
Right. Well, I end up with the pens in my pocket.
Yeah.
And then, so now there's like 1 million pens here.
Yeah.
And they're all from my work.
Yeah. And that's fine. I mean, I threw away a lot of pens. I mean, if we look in our junk bucket from our junk drawer, we brought with us.
We brought pens 2,000 miles.
Yeah, we got so many pens in there. It's interesting how you accumulate so many miscellaneous things.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you're looking at junk bucket, we got like Uno cards. It's like, we ain't played Uno in a while.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like a regular deck of cards, Uno cards. It's just a Harry Potter wand. It's like just the most randomest stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found my pineapple keychain that I got. You said the pineapple keychain is for swingers?
Yeah, it's a signal for swingers, pineapple. I don't know why, but it is.
People said if you hang a loofah from your window, from your mirror, that's a swinger sign too. I'm like, what? I don't know.
That's like, I'm going to put my loofah in my car.
Yeah, and then other people know that you are
like, hell, hey,
into it. I'm like, I don't think about swinger stuff. I think that is sexual deviancy. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Like, you should be with one person. Why are you swinging with all these different peoples?
I don't know.
People
Some
get into
people
it.
Think that it's the animal in the humans. They shouldn't be monogamous.
Yeah.
Right.
The girl told me that you're wrong. The upside down pineapple is for swingers, not a regular pineapple. Okay. She said it's an upside down pineapple.
And how would she know?
I think she would know. If I had to guess, I think she knows what she's talking about. Right. And I texted her, she just started cracking up. She was like, nah, girl. She was like, upside down pineapple.
Upside down
pineapple. I was like, because I know she ain't just bring swinger keychains to the whole class.
I don't know.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's really funny, actually. So we have a group of kids that's coming in town to our job today to have dinner. And I guess they are on a college tour. So they flew here and then they rented a bus and then, they're going on a tour of the campus and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't remember that being a thing I don't remember us having that opportunity at my school. I'm like, what school? And they're from Texas.
Right.
I'm like, what school in Texas is bringing 50 kids to tour Ohio State University? That is crazy.
That is weird.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently it's a thing.
Maybe they're in like some sort of club or something, like the AP people.
Yeah. It got to be something, because I'm just like, I was in every club.
Yeah.
Nobody gave me no
Get
trips.
These bright students out of the state of Texas. They need to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Get them out of here.
Or maybe it's the athletes or football or something. Mm-hmm. It could be. I'm not positive.
Could be a lot of things.
But I'm just like, I did all these things in school, but because I'm from Detroit, and Detroit don't have those opportunities. So it's like it's one of those cities where like you're gonna be behind other places that have those opportunities, and it's nothing you can do about it. So you're gonna be behind regardless, and that kind of sucks. And I put in so much effort and work to like do things and be in clubs and like do all these things, and then I ain't gonna have the opportunity anyway. It was the same thing with gymnastics. Like I did gymnastics for years. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be in gymnastics. And then when I got about 14, I realized I can't actually be professional in this because they don't even have the team or the equipment for me to even go to that level. And I'm 14 at this point. I'm not getting on no balance beam. So I was like, I'm not. There's no opportunity in Detroit to be. What do you call it? What is it? When the gymnasts go to the every 4 years?
The Olympics?
The Olympics.
Okay.
There is no opportunity for kids out of Detroit to go to the Olympics.
Well, you gotta
Not in
go
gymnastics.
somewhere else. You gotta go somewhere else.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's not like you have like I'm gonna just go somewhere else.
You just go somewhere else.
We had a place, the town, like the couple cities over, Farmington.
Yeah.
And it's like my dad can't take me there, and he got 4 other kids to deal with, and you know
You gotta do it yourself.
I can't.
Right?
No, you can't do that. You can't do that when you're 12. By the time you get 14, 15, like, and you already behind. These kids been doing this since they've been 6, 7 years old.
Right.
So you already lost. Like you're not getting to the Olympics. It's just no opportunity there. Which kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, well, you could fix on cars and maybe get somewhere in Detroit. That's pretty much it.
Right.
Yeah.
You remember I always think about Bernie Mac, the Bernie Mac show. Whenever what was the little boy's name? Jordan. He joined the gymnastics team, and he's like, I'm gonna be the Lord of the Rings. You know, the guy that like hangs on the rings. You know, and then Bernie Mac's like, yeah, but he was the ribbon boy, and he was dancing.
Is ribbon
around.
gymnastics though?
Yeah.
Is that a part of gymnastics?
Sure. Remember?
He didn't do no flips. He just twirled around with ribbons.
The ribbon around, yeah.
Can you imagine?
Oh,
you go, first off, your son is in gymnastics. Or your nephew.
Yeah.
Your nephew's in gymnastics, and you're taking care of him. And he's a boy. So you're already like, okay.
And he's like a weird boy.
And he's like a weird boy. So
Right.
it's like, okay, he's in gymnastics. But then you think it's 2 thought processes. He's gonna be around all the girls.
Right.
Like he can, you know, that's a good thing because he's a boy. He's gonna be around all these girls, and then you know.
Right.
So, but then when you go to his,
And he's gonna be like the manly gymnast, the Lord of the Rings.
yeah, he's gonna be the manly gymnast, and then like he'd be able to talk to all these girls, and like yeah, it might be good for him.
Yeah.
But then when you see him twirling,
You go to
ribbons,
the competition, and he's a ribbon boy. Yeah.
it's like, oh, hell no.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
I remember being younger, and the only award thing that my dad went to, you know how every year you get the awards, you had an award thing at school. I was probably in like 7th grade or 6th grade, and I'm transitioning to, I had a bunch of transitions because we moved to a better neighborhood when I was in 5th grade. So I left all my friends, and I was in this one school for just 5th grade. And I was already depressed about that because I went to school with these kids since preschool. Right. And then after that, I wanted to go to Lessinger because all my friends from elementary was going to be there. I didn't want to be with these other kids and go where they were going. So then I go there. And that first year, it was a difficult transition. Like them getting us back and getting us back and forth to school. And like, I remember it was the first award show, and like every other award thing, I got all the awards. For 6th grade year, my dad came with his best friend, and I got an attendance award. He was like, "You got me fucked up right now. That's my award."
I came here for attendance.
So
I got you to school every day. That's my award. Give it to me. I'm gonna put it on my
he
shelf.
never came to another one. That was the last one.
What
He
is
was like,
another attendance?
Yeah, he was like, yeah.
My middle school had that thing, and I was especially in middle school, I was never really a great student, you know. I was pretty average, you know, and but I like you did, like I switched schools around that time in middle school, you know, and I had a really bad transition. I went to a school where there was like only like 13 people in my class.
Yeah.
to like over 100 people.
Yeah, that's really hard.
And you got to go to like different like classes and
Yeah.
schedules and the whole thing, you know?
Yeah, that's difficult.
Yeah. And I did really bad when the year first started, and then I did good maybe the second half of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And I got nominated for 2 awards, and I didn't know what they were. They were just like, you're invited. And I got most improved in my math class and my gym class. And they said, typically we don't do that, but you wouldn't get 2 of these awards unless you were like top tier. Like if you were like number 1 in your math, you know? Like there's this one girl. She like had all the awards. She was always like reading a book, you know, and like, nobody really liked her. But
Y'all didn't like her because she get all the awards, and she just too a goodie.
Yeah, she was like snooty and stuff.
Yeah, I'm so smart, and no, you can't have my answers. You're not cheating off my paper.
Right. Nobody wanted to cheat off her paper anyway.
I'm sure people did.
No, not that one. But I was told afterward that I did so horrible the first part of the year, they just gave me both of the most improved. like you did so bad that nobody else even compared the improvement that you did. Yeah, you did so horrible.
You went to getting the
like,
G
like
average to a C. It's like shit. He doing real good. But I can understand that. That is a very difficult transition to go from being in a small school like that to a bigger school. And I'm luckily I didn't have that issue.
Right.
So that is crazy though. I remember in elementary school, it was a kid that he used to steal real bad. And he used to always get caught stealing. And like they would go open his locker, and you remember when like you had the crayons where it come like 64 in a pack, and it had the pencil sharpener
and the sharpener in the back. Yeah.
He stole this girl whole crayon set, and she said, "Somebody take my crayon set." The teachers already know the boy be stealing,
right.
So they go look in his locker. He got all type of stuff. He didn't stole all type of stuff. He got packs of markers. He got all, and he was a kid that didn't have much. You could tell, and you know what I mean? You could tell by his clothes and all that stuff that he didn't have much, so he just would steal all the other kids' things. And then they just all be in his locker. I'm like, you gotta get more creative, dude.
You gotta put that stuff somewhere else. Right?
Yeah, you gotta put it somewhere else, dude.
Yeah. Kids would sharpen their crayons even though they didn't need sharpens, just because it was so cool to sharpen them.
Of course.
Yeah. You just be like putting it in the back. It was great.
Yeah.
What like a cool thing, you know?
It is for kids especially.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
because what? You got this, and it helps out Crayola, right? That's the brand, Crayola, because you can still use a crayon with the flat tip, once you get rid of the point.
Yeah. Just
have the kids shave off more of it.
Yeah.
And then they have less product. Then they have to buy it again.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that is interesting. It was some ideas, some marketing behind that for sure. It was some thoughts going on in the
because
background.
Every kid was like, "Wow, you got the sharpener on there. I don't have to have no flat ass crayon." We
never. My dad was like, "You don't need 64 crayons." He was like, "What? How many
colors you need? How many browns you need?"
Yeah, he's like, no, like why? Like when we would go school shopping, we would always do back to school shopping every year, and we would go and like pick out our notebooks and our our spiral notebooks and all that stuff, and just like, I want the crayons.
You get the 12 pack.
Yeah, you don't get a 24 pack. And it's like, then I remember once we hit middle school, it was like color pencils and stuff like that.
Right.
But 64 crayons, he was like, no, they're gonna be all over the house. I'm gonna have to
they're gonna get it in the dryer.
Yeah, he was like, absolutely not. I'm like, yeah, my dad, he minimized the hassle for himself.
All those kids.
Yeah.
He's like, how do I make these kids less of a hassle for me?
Yeah.
I gotta be smart about it.
Don't buy them 64
don't get
crayons.
The 64 crayons. That's it. This is step A. Yeah. What do you want? No, you don't get that. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the worst thing for parents who work in kitchens because you have to have a Sharpie to label things. And I've heard so many stories of their kids drawn on the wall with the markers. And it's like, you got to keep them permanent markers put up, girl.
Right.
But it's just a natural thing. It's kind of how you bring home all those pens.
Right.
You end up with all these Sharpies.
Yeah,
And then if
they're
you
in your
don't put them
pocket,
up,
then you go, yeah.
the kids get them. And then now you got Sharpie all over your couch.
Right.
And it's like, I don't even know how I would react to having a white couch and a kid put Sharpie all over it.
I don't know.
A couch that costs like $1,000 and then your kid Sharpie it. Oh my God, we bringing you to the fire station because you about to get out.
station?
Yeah,
You just
you going to the fire station. You about to get out. It's like, that's crazy.
Tell them you don't know where we are.
That's too much.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a fan of having a piece of furniture that you can decorate yourself. You know,
But
like
for a child?
draw on or whatever.
For a child?
For an adult, for a child, or anything.
For an adult, that's crazy. Second off, for a child, that's a slippery slope.
Right.
Because now
but
you got
if you
walls.
contain it to the wall, then
No, it ain't. No, you can't. That's a slippery slope. You
Why?
can't say you can just only color on this wall.
This is your wall. You can do whatever you want with it. Yeah.
Then that wall gonna be full. And
That's
gonna be
fine.
like, well, that other wall got space on it.
You say we could paint over it, and you can have a fresh slate. I think that's fair.
I guess,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
They make like a chalkboard paint too, where you can like have like a chalk, and like
Oh,
kids
yeah,
can
that's a
like
good
draw on
idea.
and stuff. Yeah,
That's a slippery slope too.
nah,
It's just
I don't
all
think so.
messy, man.
I think that's fair. That's what I would do because I like you gotta have
Because you want to play with it too.
yeah. Yeah, I miss having furniture that I could decorate myself. Yeah,
You just draw on things.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's nice.
you are kind of into things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you just did some shirts. Yeah, so and I got you all the cool stuff to do the shirts, and then you went and buy more spray paint for the shirt, and then you don't use none of the cool things I got you.
I don't know that you got me.
Yes,
stuff
I got
that I
it.
need.
I got it for your birthday.
I don't know if you got me the stuff that I need though.
Do you even know where it is and what I got you?
Yeah, it's in like a pencil case.
Yeah.
I know exactly where it's at. It's in the closet.
Yeah, it's for
Yeah.
shirts, and you don't use nothing.
Yeah, but that's not the stuff I need.
Well, don't you want to get creative?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't know. I have a process.
Okay.
And I understand that you didn't know what the process was.
Oh my God!
but
I
now
tried.
you know.
Yeah.
And you know. So.
Yeah. Now don't worry. Don't
worry
even
about
worry about buying curtains.
Nope.
Nothing
I'll
like that.
handle it myself. Thank you very much.
You know, in Portland we had that cool art store. That store make you want to go in there. When I see stores like that, you just gotta go in there and look. And then you end up buying something.
The art mark.
The art, it's just like it's like not like Michael's, but Michael's is the same. There's so many crafts and things in there. It gets you excited. You want to go in there and look around.
Yeah. It was pandemic time and I went to the art mart. My mom, she had wanted these special like watercolor paintbrushes. And I was like, okay, I think I can find that. And I go to the art mart and they didn't have what she was looking for. And then I was like, do you have something like this? And then they had like, well, we could make it out of this. And I was like, nah, I don't know. Let me check. And he's like, if you don't find it, come back. Yeah.
Come back for what? You ain't got it.
Yeah. He had something that could work.
Right.
But it didn't. Right.
Well, I sent your mom something for a holiday one time. I sent her something. My package got there without the stuff inside.
I think it was literally just like her address because it was a box.
It was a box with her address on it and nothing inside.
Nothing inside.
I'm like, I just spent money on that at the art place, and then I put it in there, and I was like, this will be something she liked the art stuff.
Right.
This will be something she'll like, and then it didn't even make it
Didn't
there.
even make it
Somebody
there.
else was like, I'll take this.
Yeah.
It's like, that's so rude.
Yeah. It probably got eaten up by the machine though.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah, that happened a lot. When I worked at UPS and stuff, like
Okay, explain that. How to get eaten
because
up by
there's
the
a bunch
machine.
of belts and stuff where the packet stuff goes here, stuff goes there. You know, it's all like automated and sorted in a way, and it can just slip in under a belt, and then the belt's going like this and eating it because she had a twisted up piece of her address
Right.
that was delivered to her.
Yeah.
Right.
Why y'all deliver that?
It wasn't even a box. It was just like a strip of cardboard.
So why y'all
They're like, sorry, they sent something. You know?
Yeah, and because I didn't have a tracker number on it or nothing, it was just like, well, you just pretty much screwed.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, that is so rude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
You might be better off just ordering stuff offline and sending it instead of doing it through the post office or UPS.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it still goes through them.
I know.
But then you can say, hey, I didn't get my stuff.
Right.
Right. Like whenever we got all that free stuff from Adidas.
Yeah. Oh
like,
yeah, we need to look at that stuff.
Somebody probably was like, hey, I ordered this stuff and I didn't get it.
And then they just
I'm like, oh, my bad.
When you called them to speak to them about the order, the lady was just like, did you not get your stuff? He was like, no, I got my stuff and a lot of other stuff. And she was just like, he was like, I don't know what I should do. And she was like, well, I guess you could just like keep it. Mm-hmm. Like she didn't even know what to.
She said,
like,
you don't want to keep it?
Yeah.
Like, not really.
I'm going to go in there and look in there and see what's in there.
There's not much in there.
It's a few things in there.
Like somebody bought an Adidas brand wife beater.
Yeah,
like,
now that's
crazy.
like where
what
is
kind of person is this?
Yeah, that is wild. But it's like multiple hoodies and pants and like it is a lot of stuff in there. We need to take a look at that stuff again. Mm-hmm. And it's shoes and everything. We should probably like maybe give it to somebody instead of just like hoard brand new Adidas stuff in the closet. Like that's kind of crazy.
All right. Well, I figured that they'd come asking about it by now.
No, they never did. It's ours.
Yeah. I said, why would we ask about something that's yours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a mistake. Keep it. Yeah. Like, why are you asking about it?
Right.
That's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna tell you a little secret.
What?
So you were gone for a couple of days, and you asked me to check the mail and do a couple things, and I didn't know where the mailbox was.
You didn't know what mailbox was ours?
I never get our mail out the mailbox. Kirk always gets the mail. I had no clue what mailbox was. I felt so. I was like, I am not about to text him and say, hey, which mailbox is ours? Because I was so embarrassed that I didn't know where our mailbox was. I was like, oh my God. So then I have to go look through all this paperwork. And then I finally found it. I was like, okay, this is ours. Initially, I went over there assuming that the mailbox number would be on the key, correspondent to the key, but it wasn't.
No.
I was like, God damn it. So then I was like, man, it took me like an extra day to get the mail. I had to find all that stuff. Then finally, I was like, God damn it.
Because if somebody takes your key, then they know what mailbox you get your mail in.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Right.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, man.
Yeah.
And then I recently went to check the mail a few days ago, and I still didn't know it. I had to go look through the stuff again.
Because of the apartment we live in, like there's like a area where the mailboxes are. All of them are. Mm-hmm. Like for all of our units. Right? Mm-hmm. And there's like 6 identical receptacles. Mm-hmm. Like, and then each one of them have the same amount of mailboxes in it. Mm-hmm. So you have to know which one is yours, and then you have to know which receptacle is yours, and then which section of that is yours also.
Right.
So you got to know 2 things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was like, man.
And you didn't know any of it.
I didn't know none of it.
Uh-huh.
I found
You went over there and you're like, well, which one is ours? And then you're like, maybe it says it on the thing. And then
I mean, if you didn't want to, if I could just try every single one.
You could, yeah.
And then I would eventually find it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
People would be like, what is she doing?
Why is she trying to get into all of our mailboxes?
Right. And then in an hour, the cops will show up.
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find which box is mine.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to say to that? Right. I'm not trying to steal mail. I just want to find
what
mail
which
is
one's
mine.
Yeah.
That's so silly. Even having to explain that to somebody is silly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really funny.
Yeah, you gotta. Things are weird.
No, I guess I deal with the laundry situation, and then you deal with the mail situation, like, and so I never have to deal with it. But I still should know what mailbox is mine.
Right. You should know where you get your mail comes from. Mm-hmm. Shouldn't just be like, oh, here it is.
Yeah, because normally it just pops up. Here, Kirk just gives me my mail, and it's nice. I mean, most of the stuff that I have is paperless.
Right.
So honestly, like, getting paper statements from Spectrum is, I don't need that stuff. It comes to my email. Like, what's the point of, like, but they still send it.
Right.
So, especially with promotions and deals and offers, 90% of our mail is junk. So it's kind of like a headache to go check the mailbox because you got to bring in more trash that you're going to eventually have to throw
take
out
to the trash.
Yeah.
Which is further than the mailbox. Yeah.
Oh my God. When as we got older and we started getting mail at my mom's house, my mom would be like she used to get so mad. And then even when I moved around from place to place, I always kept her address for
As your address.
my main address for like mail for certain things.
Right.
Because I knew like if I had something important, it needs to go to my mom's house because I would lose my IDs, my social, I would lose my phone. I was like, I need to have my birth certificate and those copies at her place. And it got to a point where like the mail was so out of everybody's mail was going there at some point. And she was like, y'all got to do something about this. Like, open your mail. I don't want to throw it out. Or she'll just open your mail for you and then decide if she should throw it out or not. And I'm like, you can't do that. And she's like, y'all better stop. Like, that's probably so annoying. We were doing her like that. And then getting mad at her for like,
how dare you?
How dare you touch my mail?
Yeah.
Like, but you keep sending it to my house and now my whole counter is filled with your mail.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
I know. We are the worst sometimes. You just expect your mom to do certain things.
Like,
just
take
do
care
it.
of my mail.
Right. Just deal with it. Stop complaining.
Yeah. It's just letters, Mom.
Yeah, but when she start opening your stuff and then you feel like your privacy invaded, then you start saying,
And then
okay,
you're
maybe
like,
I shouldn't do that no more.
Fix that somehow. Maybe she just doesn't need to know that.
He'd be like, you just got this letter. Hold on. I'm going to open it up and tell you what it say. It's like, damn.
Yeah, don't do that. No, I'll be there in 6 months and I'll read it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so silly. But yeah, most things are paperless right now. So most of the mail is just junk. And the advertisement and stuff. And it's crazy because they still, I wonder what percentage of people use the coupons that come inside the like the grocery coupons that come
I would
in the
use
mail?
the BJ's coupons whenever they would come.
Yeah.
Because they would specifically tailor the coupons to what you buy. And that was nice. Like, I would get the big thing of hummus, right?
Yeah.
And then they would say two for $5. The big jugs of hummus. I was like, here we go.
Yeah.
Gonna get some hummus.
Yeah, you like hummus and chips. Yeah, we definitely have tortilla chips in our house at all times.
You always have tortilla chips.
Yeah,
you always
we
need
never
them.
not have
There's,
tortilla chips.
You know, tortilla chips, you can dip them in cheese, spinach artichoke dip, salsa, hummus, whatever. You just dip the chip in there, and that's it.
I know. I just got some.
You got all the sauces.
Yeah.
Like you can have like a peach, hot, spicy peach salsa, and that's different than like a picante pasta. Huh? You know?
I got the on a border one right now, the mild on a border salsa. I don't really like it.
No.
It's
not good.
It's so smoky.
Right.
Like it's like a smoky
fake smoke.
Yeah, it's like a fake smoky flavor.
Fake smoky flavor. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Down with the on the border.
Yeah, I don't like it that much, but I did try it and I was like, maybe this will be a good one. Nope. Man, I gotta go to Fiesta Mariachi and get that salsa off the table. Like, hey, y'all sell this by the quart? I know people probably be asking for it.
Yeah, maybe.
I like their salsa.
Yeah, they do have good. Fiesta Mariachi is the best, dude. Three Brothers, their hot sauce, it's the best. Fiesta Mariachi is the best. I want Fiesta Mariachi.
Kirk likes Mexican food. Kirk is all about Mexican food. That's why I wanted to take you to Mexican Village in Detroit, because I think you really will enjoy that.
Probably not.
I think you would. That place was so good, man. The food used to be so good there, and then they do the fried ice cream at the end, and you gotta have fried ice cream.
Right.
And like that was everybody ended their meal with the fried ice cream. It was so good. I remember the first time I had it, I was like, "What is this?" Yeah. Have you had it before?
No.
You never had fried ice cream?
No. Maybe we can get it next time we go to Fiesta Mariachi.
Do they sell it?
Yeah.
Oh, we should try it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All they do is they like
fried ice cream.
Yeah, but they get like the ice cream like super, 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 super cold, and then they just dip it and then fry it. But they keep them in like the dry ice area, like with dry ice and all that stuff. Keep them super cold. But yeah, it's amazing. I don't know how good Fiesta Mariachi fried ice cream would be. Because I don't know.
Maybe we go there right now.
You want to get Mexican tonight? You like Mexican food a lot.
Yeah.
Would you say that's your favorite?
I like Italian food too.
I do too.
But
Oh man, Italian food is my favorite.
But you spaghettied
like,
me out.
I ain't made spaghetti in a long time.
I know, and it's still too soon.
Yeah,
if you made it yesterday, it would still be too soon. I couldn't.
Well, you don't have to have spaghetti. You can have different pastas.
I know, but it's all the same.
Yeah, it's all sauce.
You make it all the same.
All sauce.
Ground beef.
Okay, what do you like?
Huh? I like Alfredo. I like gnocchi.
A gnocchi, yeah. Gnocchi fills you up so easy though.
I know, but it's like a little like mush.
But it fills you up.
Yeah.
That's the only thing with gnocchi. I can never finish a bowl of it. I'm full before I get halfway through it. It's like and then gnocchi is more expensive, obviously.
Right.
But it just fills you up really fast. That's the only reason I don't get it. And I used to work at a place where we had to make our gnocchi from scratch every day, and then you would just like pipe it into the hot water.
Right.
So I would use a knife and had a bag and just be like cutting it into the water, and then after that, and then I would take them out and then saute them in something.
Right.
It's like, please don't order the gnocchi.
No,
it's stressing me out.
Yeah,
It's like, please.
Pipe it in the hot water, cut it, and then saute it. Oh, my God, I can't do it. So, yesterday we went to a high school fundraiser craft fair.
Yeah.
They called it a bazaar. And you were super hungry before we went. And you were gonna eat a hot dog from the people. Explain this to me. Explain your thought, because I saw you looking at the foods that they had, and then you said, we're gonna go somewhere else to eat. And then I never thought that we were gonna eat food at this high school.
Well, normally they don't be having, like the last high school one we went to, they didn't have food.
Right.
This school is bigger, and like now I understand what the girl at work was telling me, because when we first went to the first high school, she was like, "Oh, that's for like the ghetto kids, and like that's like the bad high school, and like nobody cares about that place. Like it's kind of like the rundown, like the underprivileged kids go there." And she was like, the Grove City High School is like a bigger one, and like that's where a lot of people go to. And when we go there, if you can see the difference, like the school's way bigger. They had way more going on when it came to their craft show. Like the kids were participating in it, and like it was nice. But we walk up to this stand, and I see what they have on there, and I'm just like, I might, they had mac and cheese and like different stuff. But then like this kid had a piece of cheese just in his hand, about to put it on a burger. I said,
You didn't like that.
No, when I see these are high school kids. I don't trust high school kids cooking my food. Absolutely not.
No.
And if they are, they need to be accompanied by an adult.
Oh.
That's the only way. Like the kids that I work with, they're accompanied by adults.
You.
Yeah, and it's a couple other too.
Right.
So they're never gonna be able to like do stuff like that without somebody seeing it and being like, "Hey, don't do that."
Right.
Like,
you didn't like that he had the cheese in his hand?
No, nobody's supervising this situation because there's so many people in here. It's like that's not safety, food safety, and like you're giving it to people.
All right.
It's like I don't get that. I know y'all got home ec here. Y'all not teaching these kids that you gotta like not do that.
So no. What was it gonna be?
I didn't know.
What did he put the cheese on?
A burger.
Burgers for you.
Boy, I don't want nothing. Once I see those kids behind there without an adult, that's the end for me.
That's all.
Because kids do things. Kids don't understand. They take shortcuts and do stuff. They don't understand why they should do it properly if nobody's explained it. And they'll take shortcuts because that's just what kids do. So, like, I work with a kid today, and he's putting the baked fish into a container, but he's taking the fish from the oven pan and dragging it across all the other plates and putting it in the container. I was like, bring the container to you. Why would you drip fish juice all over all the plates? Now take all those, throw those out, and start over. And he was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. It's like, what? How does it not make sense?
They gotta be taught. You gotta teach them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Isn't that silly though?
Yeah. When I worked on Catalina, the guy that was training me, he'd always be like, take your cart to the walk-in, because I would go in and I'd grab this, and then I'd go in and I'd grab that. He's like, dog, just Go in there with a cart, grab everything you need.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I gotta go like this and grab this and then grab this, and then I would start to do it. But then you'd like forget your cucumbers, and then you gotta go in, and he'd just be over there looking at you. He's like, dog, get your cart. And I was like, I used the cart, man. Like, but you gotta learn that stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't just happen.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But yeah, well, that's the reason why we didn't get no food at the high school craft show. But I will say it was a very, very nice craft show. I liked it. I enjoyed it. They had so many things there. You got nuts. They had a nut place.
Yeah, I got some pecans. Yeah.
Did you eat them?
Some of them, not the whole thing.
You got the burnt ones.
They kind of burnt a little bit.
Oh man, see that's what you get.
A little
You
burnt.
get peanuts at the high school craft show. They might be a little burnt.
It might be a little burnt.
They ain't doing it like Disney.
And we like walked in, and like you could smell them like immediately. And you were like, they got nuts. I said, I know, they're right there. And you were like, what? Like, how do you find them so quick? I said, they're right there. I was like, there they are, right there. Gonna get them pecans. Yep, and I did.
I mean, the last craft show we went to, we got that nice plant that we have. So like, I like it for different things like that. But this was an interesting show. Like all the things, like this kid had what was it?
Pop sockets.
Pop sockets, the things that go on the back of your phone, so you could like sit your phone down and like watch TV on it. He had like thousands of them on the table.
He had
I was like,
every kind of pop
boy,
socket
for
you could ever
$6
dream
a
of.
piece.
For $6 a piece.
I was like, the pop socket boy doing horrible.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody buying no pop socket from that table.
No.
You ain't see one person. He was just sitting there looking around. Not
Right.
one person even looked at
because
his table.
the thing with the pop socket, right?
Yeah.
It's not an impulse buy.
Right.
It's not something you go, oh, okay, I could use that. It's something you get whenever you get your phone.
Right.
You know?
Or if I didn't have one on the back of my phone
Right.
because you broke my other one off.
No.
If I didn't have one,
If I had broken it off.
okay.
Yeah.
You then I would be like,
Get-
oh, I need
one.
I
Yeah.
need
and
one.
then you
of
would
those.
go out and specifically get it.
Exactly.
Right.
But I'm never gonna be anywhere and be like, oh
Yeah, I could use one of those.
Never.
Yeah, no.
So the pop socket boy was doing
You're
horrible.
not doing too well.
No, he wasn't at all. I was like, Jesus Christ. And then it was these ladies. This lady and this man. They were printing T-shirts. They were printing dog faces on T-shirts. I was like, I wonder how well they did.
Yeah.
Cause who wants their dog face? I mean, just a random dog printed on the shirt.
Yeah, I get a dog face shirt.
Yeah.
It's great.
Like they didn't have they had too much competition with that nut station over there. Everybody was going to get those nuts.
Yeah, you smell those nuts, you gotta get the nuts.
Like they just walked right past that table with those T-shirts with dogs on it. It's like, yeah, maybe we'll come back to that.
And then there is a lady, and she did like chocolate work,
Yeah.
and she's like, "This is chocolate covered Oreos," and then she's like, "And these are chocolate covered cookie dough." And there's a sample right there. And she points to this bowl that's in the front of her table, and it's all like picked over, like chunks of chocolate.
Yeah, like they
cookie
broke
dough.
it up for people to try, but like
Right.
people were like touching it.
And then you like look at the people around, and you're like, I can't stick my hand. And you're like, wow, that's great, you know, like, but I'm not gonna eat that second hand cookie dough.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a horrible sample.
Can't do it.
But her chocolate work looked very good. It was very nice. And so I got some chocolate covered strawberries and I got a chocolate covered Rice Krispie treat, just one little small one. Then I ate one of the strawberries and the strawberry wasn't ready to be picked.
Ready to be eaten.
No. I'm like, girl, how you going to be, you didn't dip
Because
these.
you can't tell.
You can't tell till
Right.
you eat it.
Yeah. You're like, it's sour.
It's sour. Why did you give me these sour strawberries with chocolate, girl, for $8? It's like, see, this the reason why
You
people
can't
don't be
you
wanting
can't trust the people. Yeah.
at the craft shows,
Right.
like, cause they just there to make $1. I mean, the pop socket boy didn't make nothing.
didn't make
Probably he
anything.
probably didn't even make
They
$6.
probably spent money to go there.
He definitely did spend money.
Like, I didn't even cover my gas.
It's so messed up. It's interesting, but I feel like at a craft show, anything with food, you're gonna attract people.
Right.
If you have like the bake shop, everybody was going down that aisle because you get in cookies and like brownies and stuff like that. Only reason I didn't get anything from the bake shop aisle It's because you guys put them in those cheap little Ziploc. Yeah.
Plastic
That's
bags,
so
yeah.
unattractive to
Yeah.
put greasy cookies inside of a plastic bag.
Plastic bag.
It's
yeah.
like it films up the bag. You can see it. It doesn't look fresh.
If they had used like a colored like film or
Yeah,
something,
then
you know,
that's fine,
prettied
but-
it up a little bit.
Right.
But it looked like, yeah.
It looked
And then,
like you took them out your book bag and put
like
them
you
up
said
there.
with that boy with the cheese, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are people that made the goods like in their house, and, you know, like, licking the spoons and
Yeah.
doing all the things.
Ah, that's the only thing. So you kind of got to. The chocolate looked good. It looked like
That lady's chocolate looked good,
It looked like she knew what she was doing.
right?
So that was fine. I felt comfortable.
But down that aisle with the Ziploc bag stuff,
girl,
it was,
where do you
you
pull
know,
that out
It was the
of?
parents like making their stuff for the thing,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Which is fine. But
Which
it
is
just
fine
didn't
too.
Look pretty.
Yeah.
It didn't look nice.
No, and then it's crazy because now people see, oh, they're selling their stuff for this. I'm selling this stuff for this. You just bought some Betty Crocker and then just whipped up some stuff for $3, and then you selling it for $6. Like they was selling those. I was looking at the cupcakes, the confetti cupcakes. Yeah. I know you got that out of box. I can look at it and tell. And you're selling cupcakes for like $4-5 a cupcake.
Right.
That's the whole box.
Right.
That's all of these cupcakes on the table.
Is each a box.
It's one box for all those cupcakes.
Right.
And you're selling each one for the same amount of the box.
Right.
Girl, no. I was like, I'm not.
That's how you make money though, Carmen.
I understand that, but like, girl, don't be doing like, leave Betty out of this. Make your own stuff from scratch if you're gonna sell it like that. I feel more comfortable paying $5 if I was aware you made it from scratch. But when I know that came out of a box that costs less than $5 that you're selling it for,
you don't like that.
Absolutely not.
Well, I mean, eggs, you know, like we said, is like $9 right now for a dozen. So
It ain't that much. That's a little bit
it was
excessive. But I mean, I get that part too. But no, she was trying to get over, and they had full tables of it, and it all looked like it came out they book bag. I was like, It's like, y'all gotta do better than this. Well, that's the end of the podcast. If you guys have any, thank you guys for watching another episode of the Sweet Gravy Podcast. If you have any questions or suggestions, please go to sweetgravypod@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube and every other streaming platform.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye-bye.